Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to this reading. On October 21st, the universe is resetting your scales with a new moon in Libra. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the week ahead, that is October 20th to the 26th, which does indeed include a new moon in Libra on the 21st. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading here. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Take the messages that resonate, drop the ones that do not, and feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. You know, Aquarius, new moons are always a great time for fresh starts, and I think seeing as this is a new moon in Libra, many people will be looking at like, where can I achieve balance? You know, within myself, within my partnerships, the people around me, where can I create harmony? And I also think that some of you will be looking at like, what is fair, what is unfair in my situation at this time? That is also very possible. So yeah, let's see how that kind of unfolds for you here, but we'll go ahead and get all of the cards set up and in view. Get right into it. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me. All right. Energy on the bottom, Aquarius, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, some of you have long-term decisions to make here, okay? This Seven of Pentacles can really indicate like a directional shift in life, shift in directions, but you know, it's an interesting one because it can also mean that you are, like, you could think of this tree here as like a retirement account, okay? This person has grown the tree and tended to the pentacles on the tree for a very long time, okay? And they're now thinking about, do they take them? You can see them looking into the distance here, right? You can see them thinking, contemplating, do I take these pentacles or do I let them grow longer? It can be this idea of like, if you want to, reaping your harvest. You know, this person might take their harvest, they might not. So it may mean that you have long-term decisions that you are kind of thinking about here around this time as it connects to money or even relationships, as well as you do have the Two of Cups here. But it can kind of be like a turning point for some people, or at least the contemplation of that. So let's dive deeper into this reading. And I do like what I see here for you. I have to say the readings this week have been absolutely incredible. They've been very, very positive. And I would say yours is no different. There is some releasing that's going on here, for sure, in a relationship scenario, or there's at least some contemplation of, you know, what will I do with a connection that I'm in? Definitely, we'll get into that some more. But right away in the middle, you do have the Hermit. You are very introspective at this time, Aquarius, okay? On or around this new moon, or even in this week ahead, you are very, very introspective. You are looking within yourself for answers. Okay, the Hermit is not looking for answers in a textbook. They've already read all of the textbooks. Look at this person. They are wise, they are a sage, they are knowledgeable. So what is left for them to do? Go within. That is what is left for the Hermit to do. It's to go within and to find the answers from within. Okay, and with this week ahead, some of you are, I think, doing that. This can also be about maybe wanting some solitude, you know, in your life, building some privacy or solitude, or baking in some alone time into your schedule as well. And I think that ultimately I see you right now in a period of deep contemplation with the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles about something long term. Okay, and let's just jump right ahead to this first column. The Five of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Devil here in the first column. For a number of you, what you are contemplating, what you are in a deep period of contemplation around, is a partnership, a relationship, okay? So Two of Cups is the best love card in the tarot from my perspective. It's really like a really deep soul connection between two people, okay? As you can see here in the card. By the way, this is also a great card for the Libra new moon because, you know, this new moon has themes or elements of partnership, and the Two of Cups is the biggest card of partnership, right? So here's the thing though, you have to look with tarot, you have to blend the cards. You have to look at all of the cards, okay? And you have the Devil and the Five of Cups above and below, the Two of Cups here, okay? So very clearly, there's some toxicity in this connection, okay? The Devil, it can represent toxicity. It can represent somebody who is keeping you under their thumb, so to speak, okay? Somebody who feels like they want to have a hold over you or a grip over you, something like that, okay, when you get this Devil card, right? And, you know, it's very possible that some of you are going to really connect to that idea, you know, with this Devil and the Two of Cups here. And I have a feeling that you are really thinking about, like, how long do I want this to go on? You know, or like, at what point do I, you know, take a stand? At what point do I, we'll get into it here in the next column, but at what point do I make a move on this situation? Because something has to change, okay? And you, I think, need to get out from under something, is what the cards are saying, or you feel like you need to get out from under something, okay, with the Devil and the Two of Cups here. And this is why I think with the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles, you need a little bit of space and solitude. Okay, some of you, it may feel like it's hard to create that space. Okay, you may be in that situation right now where it's hard to create that space, but that's available according to the cards. It is here, okay? And I think this scenario has you down a little bit with the Five of Cups. This person is down, you know, they've got their head in their hands. They're really thinking about some emotional pain or loss in their scenario. It's sort of like, I'm not going to go in that direction, but it's a little, yeah, I'm not going to go in that direction. But it's, what I'll say is, like, you, it's not easy. Even though this is should I say it? Maybe it's like a little bit of a Stockholm syndrome, okay? Like, you're in a scenario that you know it's like not easy, okay, for you to let go. But at the same time, this is like a toxicity that you know is not good. Like, you know it's not good, okay? So take that for what it is here. Now, I'm trying to bring in other messages, okay, for people, because not everybody's going to be in that, and you know, not everybody is going to connect to the love readings. I know many people come to me for career stuff or finance stuff. And, you know, I would say there may have been a partnership that went a little south. Okay? Somebody may be like dipping into the funds a little bit, or somebody may be, you know, exhibiting some toxic behavior here with the Devil and the Five of Cups. Let's try to get more details on this. In the middle, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords. So the Six of Pentacles, you know, it represents generosity. Yeah. Okay, so for somebody's taking advantage of you, okay? And this is either in partnerships, like relationships, like romantic relationships, or it's in another area of your life. Man, somebody is taking advantage or exploiting your generosity, okay? Because the Six of Pentacles, it does indicate or represent generosity in the tarot. You can see that there's outflow here. This can represent inflow or outflow. Okay, this person is giving. Okay, this person is giving money out. And I have a feeling that some of you are being taken advantage of here a little bit. I get a sense that at this time you need to step away a little bit, okay? With the Hermit and, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, I really see that you're analyzing this partnership that you're in. And let me tell you, this is a perfect time for you to do this. This new moon in Libra, it's a perfect time. If there's like a connection here that is draining you, maybe financially or emotionally or energetically, this is an absolutely wonderful time for you to look at that, okay, on this new moon in Libra. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that people are going through right now, okay? And what I would also say here is, on top of that, if this is not connecting with you at all, it's very possible that some of you are analyzing your spending, okay? You're analyzing your spending here with the Six of Pentacles and the Devil. You may be like buying things that feel good, but the universe is like, do you really need that? Or is it unnecessary? You know, is it necessary? Is it unnecessary? Another perfect time. And let me tell you, this is also a perfect time to analyze, like, am I just giving, money out? Am I buying things I don't need to be buying? This is a perfect time for that, not just because of the new moon, but also because we're about to be in November, which I know November's not here yet, but in November we have a Mercury retrograde. And retrogrades, I've noticed, people spend money during retrogrades. People buy things they don't need. So you can maybe, this is like almost a perfect time for you to look at that part as well, okay? Here, that part of yourself as well. If you're not dealing with a partnership issue and that's not resonating at all, maybe it's something like that. But here's the thing, with the Knight of Swords, this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of this scenario, okay? Because someone's taking advantage of you, okay? And the Knight of Swords is saying that, why don't you, the Knight of Swords is saying that you can take action. You can take swift action on something and end this if you want to. End this toxicity, end this connection, end the spending if, something like that. Like, this is a strike while the iron is hot card. Okay, so let's take a look at the last column here. You have the High Priestess, the King of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay, there are here's the thing. This person doesn't know. Okay, the person doesn't know that you know that you're being taken advantage of. Okay, the person doesn't know that you know you're being taken advantage of. Okay, I'll say that twice because it's a little convoluted. But the reason I say that is you have an understanding of what is going on, but they don't know that, okay? The High Priestess is a card of secrets, or it's a card of withholding something. It's a card of, it could be hidden, it could be something that's hidden or out of plain view or plain sight, okay? And this also is a major card of intuition, okay, Aquarius. So if you have a gut level feeling about this, it's probably going to be right, okay? It's probably going to be right. And yeah, there's something concealed here, but it's interestingly enough, I think that you are using this to your advantage in a certain way. Very specific. But you then here have the King of Pentacles, and that is all about practicality. Practicality and looking at something from kind of like an even-keeled or like a practical lens in life. And this person is actually quite wealthy, and they've become wealthy by having good habits and routines. And so there's toxicity somewhere here at this time. It's a perfect time for you to let go of it. Whether that's a routine that's not working for you, it's toxic, or there's spending, or there's a person, which for people it will be a person or a union here. And then the Empress, that is actually the mother of the tarot, surprisingly. And, this is also a card of abundance as well. It's actually a really positive card. And there's even a message of fertility here as well with the Empress. So planting a seed in your life that you want to see grow as well into something big. It is Venus, okay? Empress is also Venus. So let's see what else we have going on here for you, Aquarius. We'll go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you. And then we'll also pull some tarot cards in this clarification section of the reading, which I'm moving into now. All right. Okay. You have yes. Okay, so that's a big yes, right? So there are actually two yeses in this deck, and that's the yes with the exclamation point, which is absolutely yes. Go for something. What else do we have here? Okay, yeah, recovery, you're ready, and it's up to you. Recovery, you're ready, and it's up to you. This You're Ready card is actually, I believe, in this Oracle deck. It's one of the best cards to find, okay? It's almost like the sun in a certain way. But I do think that, man, there could be a strong period of recovery here as you separate from this partnership or union. But you're ready to handle it. And again, despite what this person thinks, you are still in the driver's seat here. It's up to you, okay? And some of you may decide that it's really time to turn over a new leaf. Perfect opportunity for that. Improving health and within the next few weeks. Okay, that makes sense. So recovery, improving health. Yeah, I think that you are making this happen here. Okay. Go ahead and put that there. Let's take a look at some tarot cards. I'm not really getting more from the oracle cards. Let's take a look at pulling some more tarot cards for you here, Aquarius. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Do hope things are going well for you. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and shuffle the cards here, split the deck, and then we'll get some more messages here for you, Aquarius. Okay. You have Page of Swords, you have Four of Swords, and you have the Four of Cups. All right, Page of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Yeah, so, I do see that there is a significant amount of recovery within this partnership that the universe is wanting to show you here. Okay, Four of Swords, recovery, improving health, and the Four of Swords in and of itself is a recovery card. It's healing after heartbreak. Okay, this is a difficult person that you're dealing with. Okay, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is an intelligent person, a smart person, but they can be challenging or difficult in their communication, argumentative, for example. When you get the Page of Swords, good communicator, but argumentative. And this may also represent delay, okay? Some of you have put this off for a while. You've put this off. Like, this scenario here that I'm showing, I have to tell you, like, as an intuitive here, feels hard to read, okay? It feels painful, okay? And I think that you've put this off for a while. And you realize that it's maybe in your best interest to not kick the can down the road any longer, okay? With the Four of Cups. Four of Cups kicking the can down the road. There's an opportunity in front of them. They're not taking it. And the universe is giving you a major opportunity here with this energy that you have, okay? During this period of time, during this new moon in Libra, will it happen right away? No. You know, maybe within the next few weeks. I mean, will it happen literally on the new moon? Maybe, maybe not, but you may take a major action on a few days before, a few days after the new moon as it relates to this scenario here. Somebody definitely needs to hear this. I know it's a bit of a challenging reading. It feels challenging to read this, you know, because I think some of you, like, there's a clear message here of, like, healing and recovery from a person, okay, that is showing up. You have the Fool. I like to see that for you. You have this High Priestess again, wow, and you have the Nine of Pentacles. You are just, Aquarius, absolutely done with the outside world at this time. What I mean is, like, you really feel like you need some solitude, okay? The High Priestess is a bit hidden away from the world, so is the Hermit. And like I said, the High Priestess also represents this idea of secrets in life and concealing something, you know, hiding something. This person may have hid something from you, but I don't feel that that is the case. I think that you are hiding something for an important reason. Okay, there's an important reason why you're hiding something. Is it good to keep secrets? Not always, but you know what? I think there are times where it's best to not always reveal your cards. And I have a feeling that you're in that scenario. And you are really about to gain some independence here. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. It's a card of financial independence usually, okay? And you're ready to move on this, but for me, what I would say here is I'm just saying that you are, what I think is going on here is that you are really acting on something that will lead to independence, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, and throw in the Fool there as well, which is, you know, they're solo to start off their journey. You know, the Fool's leaping off the cliff there, trusting in the unknown, that the universe is going to guide them to where they want to go. And notice that they only have their dog with them and a backpack on their back, right? So the idea here is the Fool is a powerful, powerful, powerful new beginning, maybe the most powerful card in the tarot, but it's something that a journey that you are starting on your own, usually, okay? And you've got this message of independence here. And I think that some of you are making this happen at this time. You do have the Lovers, yeah. You have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, the Lovers is it does connect to deep relationships in life, but it also can represent an important choice that you have to make. And yeah, this is about, I think, I'm going to say this in a weird way, but I think you'll understand. Like, you have a trick up your sleeve, so to speak. Like, in other words, the other person doesn't see this coming. Okay? And I say this in a way that you have had to do this strategically for whatever reason that I probably don't even want to get into. You have had to do something strategically here, okay, in order to gain this independence or freedom for yourself. Yeah. The Eight of Wands is really a card that may indicate acceleration of something. It's a breakthrough. And, it's actually very good. It's positive moving forward. It's a breakthrough. It's acceleration. It's, accelerated motion. Things are moving ahead for you very quickly. And this represents communication from a distance. It represents travel by flight. But this is about the situation moving quickly. And with the Two of Pentacles, actually, this looks to be quite abundant for you personally. Okay? Because the Two of Pentacles can be a change in money. And it is with an abundance card, which is the Empress. Okay, in this case, and you have the Nine of Pentacles next to it here. So the universe is giving you this green light here with you're ready. Ultimately, the universe can't decide for you, so it's up to you here. And I also think that there is some, there's some needed recovery from a person, okay, here. And there are some things that you've had to conceal or hide away for a very strategic reason. Okay, with the Hermit and the High Priestess, you've really needed space to think about this scenario. On the bottom, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents tradition. It represents marriage. It represents elders. It can represent traditional forms of spirituality, such as Christianity or church, things like that. So also is it can indicate patterns that you pick up from people in your life. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at the Kipper cards. Pull some Kipper cards for you here, Aquarius. I don't normally pull the cards like that, but I guess we'll roll with it. You have Message, House, Occupation, Despair, Sudden Wealth, and Bad Health. That's very interesting. I don't usually pull the cards like this, but we'll take it. Poverty and what is this one? Toil and Labor. So the idea is that you've been in kind of a place here where the poverty card for me it's not actually about money in this case, because it seems like you're creating some abundance here by making a choice to end a partnership or end a relationship or go on your own around something. Okay, you're creating some abundance through doing this. So the poverty thing is about this feeling of not having anything, but it's very clear that you are taking steps to improve this scenario here. Poverty, despair, maybe somebody was even financially controlling over you. That's very possible. That's very possible. I love Occupation, House. Some of you may decide that you're going to be working from home. There's a scenario here with Bad Health of recovery, but it's about this situation that you're in. with the partnership for some people, okay? I do expect some communication that's going on here and flowing for you with the Eight of Wands and the message card. On the bottom, you do have courthouse. Okay, this could be connected to, there could be a legal scenario here happening. But okay, Aquarius, this is what I have for you. Make the most of this new moon. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.